Welcome back, everybody. It's Rudy with limited quantity available investments. I know. 95-hour work week, this is what you look like. And I'm here to talk to everybody about the continuing saga of Wizards of the Coast's attempt at trying to sell the Timmy box, part 2. So, just kind of get everybody caught up to date, refresh everybody's memory. Remember when the mythic Timmy box number 1 came out, they launched on the Hasbro toy shop. The website was a disaster. They used that as an excuse to start sending out the Ultimate Master box toppers to get everybody excited. And everything worked out. They printed 10,000, and a lot of people flipped them and doubled them, and they bought them for like $270 shipped, and they turned around and flipped them on eBay. And most people walked away with about $130 profit after shipping fees and reselling it. So now, fast forward to now. So in the beginning of 2019, the mythic Timmy box number 2 continues to be on sale. And I've never seen anything like this of how far Wizards is going to really try to cover up the details of the supply, of the sales. I mean, they are really, the people behind the scenes, it's almost interesting. It's almost like a panic or a concern. Like somebody said, look, you need to hide this information. I mean, they literally pulled and made sure, working with eBay, that the original listing that sold about that 9,800 sold units. I mean, you can't even pull the listing anymore. You can't even look at the sold listing, the completed. You can't even, they completely made it disappear to remove all evidence of the number of units sold. Now, again, I don't think they expected so many YouTube channels, Reddit, which are the scholars, all the other approved people. Everybody talked about it. Even the approved people are going publicly saying, what's going on? And then a few days ago, when they panicked and actually pulled the whole listing, not end it, they literally deleted the listing to remove the information. And then they relisted it the next day. And here we are, 3 days later. And the items they're barely selling. Barely selling. So based on the original allocation of the estimated print run of 20,000 units, plus or minus 5-10% for, returns, damage units, usually for a buffer, we're just going to assume an even round number of 20,000 units. Probably could be like 20,000 and change or 19 and who cares? For 20,000, we know for a fact they originally sold about 10,000. As of the filming of this now, we're on day 4. And now about 1,408 have sold as of the filming of this video since they've relisted it on the second time. And this is really bad because now, I'm looking at you can look at the sold quantity, look at the timers, look at the timestamps. And, when it was launched, there was literally a unit selling every 10 seconds. And now I'm seeing gaps of like hours and people, and then every once in a while one sells. Okay, well look, everybody. If you've got 10,000 more units, and you're trying to sell these 10,000 units, and you're marketing it as limited quantities, you don't want it sitting for sale for weeks from now. Based on the current trajectory, based on the current sales rate right now, which right now, everybody, Hasbro Toy Shop through eBay is currently selling about one Ravnica Allegiance Mythic Timmy Edition approximately about every 5 to 10 minutes. And then during the night and overnight, it drops to about 1 every 30 minutes to an hour. Let me explain something what that means to most of you. So it averages out to about 1 in every 15 minutes if you break down the overnight analytics versus the busy peak analytics, which is the afternoon usually. So if you have 9,000 units to sell, and you're selling about 4 to 5 an hour, do you have any idea how long this shit's going to be for sale? This stuff's going to be for sale. We're looking at a really long time. And it's going to make the product look really bad. And I stand by my previous assumption on the first topic we did in this video that just went nuts on the views. We did break 1,000 views on that video. And I stand by it. You're going to see something happen with a big chunk of these that deals with the Magic Fest, GP, Magic Pro Circuit, funny, cool names, people that are really professional and smile a lot. You're going to see something with these people in the big major Magic stores. And I still think, even possibly with a distributor, I think we're going to see some strange activity over the next 30 to 60 days with these products. Because they can't sell them all. The market's cooled off. And what's even more hilarious, everybody, if you want to stop for a moment, go on eBay. Everybody, right now, go to eBay. type in the Ravnica Mythic Edition, okay, and then hit sold listings, and then just hit sort by most recent. Just whenever you check it, just look at the most recent sold. Or if you want to, hit sort by cheapest. And it's hilarious. There are other people now that are actually waiting. I had two patrons send me a message saying, Rudy, if you get bored and you work in front of a computer during the day, just monitor eBay and refresh it. There are people who bought with the intentions to flip 2 or 4 units, and they're just putting their Timmy boxes back on eBay. I saw buy it nows of 215, 235, hang on, 240, 255, and then a bunch of 270s and a bunch of 290s. There are people selling them at a loss already to get out from underneath the product, and because they see what's happening. It's a very fascinating thing to watch, you all. I mean, this became a story now. This is a legendary story. This is going to go down in infamy, and this is something we all need to learn from, and something most of you should know about wizards. You know, when they do something that's really successful the first time, statistically the second, third, fourth time, they wreck that crap to the ground. And a lot of you have been around a long time, watched my channel for years. Most of you know that. You're familiar with these historical trends on how wizards tends to, do that boom and bust. And they go, well, from the vaults failed. From the vault annihilation, from the vault angels, from the vault lore, these things failed. Nobody wants from the vault anymore. From the vault, we need to discontinue the whole product. Everybody I know, ever, loves from the vault. The only complaint is the quality isn't up to standard for the curling of the cards. Everybody loves the unique packaging, and my God, look at some of the old packaging and the cards they chose. There was never anybody who hated it. People just complained about the quality of the printing on the foiling. And it's the same damn foiling that they put in the Timmy box. And a lot of the other cards are using that more glossy, shiny lottery card foiling. It's the same thing. Nobody complained about getting rid of from the vault. Everybody liked it. But they ran it to the ground because they didn't want to use too much reprint equity. They didn't want to throw LGSs a bone to help them with their business as a thank you for WPNs. So they literally just scrapped it. I mean, so now we get Timmy boxes where they take 8, lottery cards from the vault cards. Many people think that the Timmy box, the 8 specialty cards, are from the vaults. Other people think they are lottery cards that were pulled from the lottery sets because they wanted to pull them out after the disaster, again, from the Amonkhet Hour of Devastation on the Yu-Gi-Oh card inserts. But the thing is, they don't seem to get it. They're smart, they know what they're doing, but they just trip on themselves on execution. It's always been this way. It's really weird. So, here we are. This is a major learning thing. Back to the main topic here, everybody. This is a major learning experience for everybody. And for those of you who still want the Timmy box and you're just like, oh, I don't know what's happening. Well, think about it. Do the math. If they're selling on average about 5 an hour and they have 9,000 units to sell, how many hours is that? I know someone's going to do the math in the comments, and I'll give a little heart and I'll give you a reach around. I mean, it is what it is, you all. Do the math. It's going to be available for a long time. And it's going to make it look bad, which is why I think they're going to pull it. They've already gone out of their way to hide the previous listing. They're hiding the quantity now. They're redoing things to tighten the standards and tighten the information because they're so obsessed with not telling the public what's going on. They are so anti-transparency, it hurts them. It really does. From day one, if they would come out and say, hey, we're printing 20,000 units, it's a little bit weaker, it's not as good as the first one, if they told people up front, it'd be a little different. But they're so ridiculous on hiding information and trying to make everybody so, what's going on? I don't know. We're not allowed to know. It's from WotC. WotC and Hasbro, they have secrets. And it's just like, dude, why are you trying to withhold information from the people who buy your product and support you? Just discuss with what's going on. Talk to people. Tell your consumers and your fan base what you're making, what you're planning on doing. Hey, and if you just kept the print run at 10 to 15,000 units, there really wouldn't be a problem. It would have sold out day one if the card choices and the artwork was actually better. I mean, you have so many things in place that could have just been done better. So I hope everybody is learning from this. And it's not over. We'll do a follow-up video about moving forward to see how this ends, but I have a feeling we've got a long way to go until we see this crap ends. It's going to be fun. I'm telling you all.